Renee. I've been using THINX period panties for about almost 5 years now. I absolutely love that. First and foremost, because I'm not wasting money and gas going to the store to get pads, and I wasn't really a tampon user. I use it very rarely, so that's my biggest thing. Secondly, the way the pads feel, like you're always reminded it's there. You should feel it. I feel like I had a cycle around. I feel like everyone on my cycle because it bulge, because I'm a heavy bleeder. That's another good thing to keep it down. The third thing is it's great for the environment. And, of course, along with saving money, I'm not ruining any clothes. I'm not ruining underwear. I'm not ruining my clothes because of the leakage, nothing. It's free bleed. It is so amazing. No one would know on my cycle unless I tell them. There's no odor, there's no leakage, and they're wonderful. And if you would like to try them out, $10 off using my link, and there is a money back guarantee. It doesn't work out for you, you can do that as well. But I promise if you try it, you'll fall in love with it. And there's a lot of other options out there. As a matter of fact, THINX even has other options that you can check out. Check out the website, SheKnows.com/Renee.
Good morning. Is it morning still? Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Dr. Renee Show. I am your host, Dr. Renee. If you aren't familiar, I am a medical doctor. I don't practice. I talk about health and media, TV, radio, print, and online media. This amazing show is here to motivate and inspire you to live the life you deserve. So my guests have really great stories that I think are so amazing, and I think they inspire and motivate me, and I think they would do the same for you. So in case you haven't figured it out yet, we only have one life to live. This is not a dress rehearsal, so it's best to do whatever it is right now. And in case you're not experiencing what's going on in the world right now, you really know that right now is the best time to do whatever it is you want to do, because, I mean, what else is there to do, right? So our guest this morning is Eva Wilson, who is better known as Socamom in the blogosphere. And she is just an amazing person with an amazing story. So we're going to just jump right into it. But today, I didn't tell Eva this, but today we are broadcasting live on Periscope, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube.
Oh,
so
my
hi
God.
to everyone. I am going to make certain that my comments are on so that I can see. The only comments I won't see are Periscope, but I will get to you guys today. I promise. If you do leave something, I will definitely check it out. But those are the only comments that I won't see just because of the technology. But everyone else's comments I should see coming up right here on the screen. So if you have questions, throw them in and we'll see if we can get to them. But welcome to the show.
Hello. I am so glad to be here. And now you've told me that the entire world is watching. So, okay. I'm not going to tell her. I'm just going to throw her in there.
Yes,
okay.
yes. See, I just wanted to just, throw that in there. Just, hey. So you guys, if you haven't already, please like and share. Please like and share on everything that you can see this on. Please like and share. And we greatly appreciate it. So, Eva, my very first question is always, what is it that you wanted to do when you were a child? When you said, when I grow up, what am I going to be?
So there were, whatever it was going to involve lots of paper and forms. So it's ridiculous. So my mom was a pediatrician. She's retired now. And that was, back in the 70s and 80s, and there were tons of forms, right? And I love the forms. So I would see what forms had expired, because back then they had medical forms you had to get every year and stuff like that. So I'd see which forms had expired, right? And then I would take those forms home and I would fill them out with just random names of things. I don't know. So I wanted to be not a doctor, because I was not about to touch people, and definitely not sick people, but I was going to be something that involved forms. Then I found out what my dad did. My dad was an attorney, and he had even more forms. He had bigger and better forms and longer forms. You've heard of legal pads, right? So they're long and fantastic. So I said, okay, I'm going to do that. And then I went to court with him one day, and I really got to see beyond the forms, that there's more that you can do with law. You can help people. You can argue. That was pretty cool too. So I said, you know what, I'm going to take my love of forms and arguing and and all of that, and I was going to become an attorney. So I did everything else until, as you know, I decided to go to law school. I think I was 38 at the time when I graduated. I was 40, I think, a little over 40. Yeah.
So what was your undergrad degree in?
Marketing.
Okay. So
Fun.
that is just, so that's, this is what makes her so interesting to me, because she has that very analytical side, but she also is so creative. So creative. So first of all, Eva, you're the second homeschooler on my show. Christine St. Bill is the other one.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She is. Mom's in charge, in case you guys don't know. But Eva, not only did she go to law school, but she homeschooled 3 children at the same time, because Eva is a West Indian woman. So, and I think that we are amazing. You know, all women are amazing anyway, but it's something about West Indian women. They take on these things that just are insane. And I think that was insane.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Look, and they weren't triplets. So she had 3 children in different levels of schooling that she was homeschooling. Somebody said, woo child, 3 at once.
Yeah, but y'all can't say woo child now, because everybody is currently doing this. 3, 4, 5, all of y'all are doing what I did.
So in case you all didn't know, Illinois is shelter in place. So we have been on lockdown. I'm going into week 3. And so Eva has 1 that's grown, 2 are still at home. And so she's back to homeschooling, because they actually did go to school this year. And I felt so bad they got cheated.
Yes. We had a school strike. They were like, are you kidding? We
they
just
finally get to school. Yes.
What? So we get back in school. Everything is good. Oh, there's the pandemic, children. You got to go back home with your mom. What? Okay. They're completely over it at this point.
Right. So the other reason I also wanted to bring Eva on, because we will have to talk about the pandemic, of course, but I've been posting and I've been telling you that she did a blog post about tips for homeschooling, because she knows how to do it. Her children are way beyond, I think, where they should be, because they're really, really intelligent. So clearly she did a good job. So she had really good tips that you should definitely check out that blog post. Everything is in all of the descriptions and everywhere. So I've tagged her on everything. And then the description box on YouTube has a link to all of her social media, but Socamom.com. So how did you come up with Socamom.com? And how old is your blog?
So I reserved the domain name in 2009. I started the blog 2011. I went to an amazing conference. Hope she brings it back. Hello, Stacy. Called Blogalicious in 2010. I hadn't started the blog yet, and I knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure how to do it. And I had a friend, Tawanda. She has a blog called Mom of Girls. Back then, she had another blog. I think it's called Queenocracy. So she said, hey, you should come hang out with me. We're all going to hang out, a bunch of us who were friends, not necessarily bloggers. But she was like, it's going to be great. You got to come. So I went, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, yep, I can do this. So I came up with the idea because I had my son as a single parent. And, as a single parent, you feel kind of disconnected, especially if you're young and none of your other friends have kids. And I wanted to be able to connect him with culture and things like that, but I didn't have mom friends that were my same age and my same culture. So I started the blog to kind of connect people. I would find out about events, but they weren't readily available to everybody. If you weren't already hooked in and into a Caribbean community in your area, you wouldn't know what's going on. There's no, most things, you have a flyer on a car, you have a news broadcast, you can find out what's going on. You have an events website. Back then it was very rudimentary, but you'd have somewhere that you could find out what's going on. I would go to these parties and events and cultural activities, and they would be packed. And you only find out about it through word of mouth. And so I felt like there are other moms that might feel like I did before I got connected to a community. And I wanted to make sure I could serve them.
And served it, you have, very well. Her blog has won awards. So it's really, and then yesterday when I was looking for something, I saw that you interviewed Iowa George, which anyone that knows me from Carnival 2018 knows that George for the Road, Savannah will always be my road march. But so we also did mention, so she is Trinidad and Tobago. Did I say it right?
I guess you would say Trinbagonian, but
Trinbagonian. See, I always get it. Cindy's corrected me too. So yeah, Trinbagonian. So she actually has one pair from Trinidad, one from Tobago. So
yes,
lovely blend.
Yes.
So
but born in America. Let me clarify. Born right, born in America. Yes.
And also she's an HBCU grad. For those that went to HBCU, she is an Aggie. And so that's where she got her marketing degree. So did you work in marketing at all?
In a way. So I have always wanted to own my own business. Always. I grew up with two entrepreneur parents, so I didn't know anything else. And that's what I wanted to do. So straight out of college, I went to work for my mom at her office with all the lovely forms, which at that point, she was very early with adopting computers. So things were on computer by then. But I went to work for my mom as her office manager. And then after that, listen, my life, I've done everything. I owned a beauty salon. I did. I know you're shaking your head like, wait, what? Yes. So it's right. So you've seen Eden's hair on good days. So yeah, that was my life at one point as well.
Awesome. I had no idea.
Yeah, Caribbean women have done everything. Everything.
So true. So true.
Yes.
So Eden is her 14-year-old daughter, who is the current reigning Miss Outstanding Chicago Teen, which is part of the Miss America pageant series, correct?
Yes.
And so Eden's hair is done by her lovely mother, and it's always fabulous. She has natural hair, and she always braid, twist, whatever. It looks wonderful all the time. She's
not all the time.
Whatever.
You can't blame me for all the edges. They're not always. They're not always right, but I try.
But she's also a rhythmic gymnast, and so she competes in that, and she is amazing. And actually, anyone that has been following me knows that I recently did 2 videos. I did one video with some of my fellow West Indian doctor friends, Dr. Cindy and Dr. Kelly. We did a video, doctors answering kids' questions about coronavirus, and Eden was our kid that asked the questions.
Yeah.
She's the one that got the questions from her friends, and she had some of her own as well, but she is featured in that video. Lemonurdy is her brand, and so you can visit her YouTube channel. She's on Instagram, she's on Facebook, but she also has, of course, the Eden Wilson page on Facebook, because now she's the reigning Miss Outstanding Chicago Teen. Also, her platform is prostate cancer. So we did a lovely interview with another unicorn, a Black female urologist, Dr. Finwa Millhouse, and we talked about prostate cancer on blackdoctor.org, and Eden was nice enough to join us for that conversation as well. So when I told you she has amazing children, she has amazing children.
Thank you.
And Eden's hair looked lovely on everything. You will see. If you go you'll see. Go to my YouTube channel. You can see all these videos. But that is very interesting. I really didn't know about this beauty salon, but it makes sense. Yeah. The girl is good.
Yeah, I mean, that was my thing. All through college, I did nails because my parents, my mom especially, she said, you have to be licensed to do something. You can't just be out here. It's great to have a professional degree. It's great to have a hobby. It's great to have a job if a job is what you want, but you have to have a trade. That's one of the things that a lot of kids don't do or have right now. So I learned to do nails while I was in college, and I got my license and everything, and that's what I did.
You look, that you really do everything. Okay.
Yeah.
I might need her
everything.
Right. This social distancing.
You don't want to see mine. But, they're not. Mine aren't doing anything right now.
Right. well, whatever. So you have your hands full, I think. So because she edited the video that we posted too. So she edited. So if you saw the lovely hand washing experiment, that was her daughter as well. She edited that as well. She's I'm telling you, creative, analytical. She's got it all, and she's a really great writer, which is why her blog did so well. It does so well. She's also an author. So where did the books come in?
Okay, so I also like to do events, right? I'm an introvert who likes events. It's very, very strange, but I do.
This is how we get along. That's me.
And so I was doing an event called the Anansi Festival in Washington, D.C. I did that for about 5 years. And I had the first year I did T-shirts for everybody, right? Because it's a free event, but there's also giveaways. So I did T-shirts for everybody. And the second year, I said, I don't want to do T-shirts again, because a lot of times you have the same people coming back. And so it needs to be like a T-shirt or less expensive, like somewhere in between there, right? And I had this story in my brain that I wanted to do as a play. And I said, you know what? If I did it as a book, I could give the book away. So that's what I did. And then I found an amazing artist from Howard to do the illustrations for me. He was actually our intern. I was working with my husband at our IT company, and he was our intern. He's an amazing, amazing guy. And but me, I'm a little particular, so everything had to be done right. So it wasn't just like a pamphlet that you could give away. It had to be a really engaging story, and I needed the illustrations to be beautiful and it to be able to be for sale at some point for the people who weren't able to come to the event. So my book is Anansi's Family Reunion, and it's an Anansi story. He travels from Trinidad to Jamaica. He goes back and forth through a couple islands and Brooklyn, as a matter of fact. So my brain is, I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff inside of there. There's a lot.
But it's fine. As long, look, we're all about execution. That's what we're about. It may take us a minute, but we do get things done.
Yes, as long as it's right. Yes. I'm definitely of the school that it needs to be. I'm a perfectionist, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be right.
Yes. You can't embarrass the family.
No. No.
Right. So she has the book. She goes to law school. So now she is, like I said, they moved to Chicago, and she says, okay, they're going to school. So I was excited once I found out she was here, because we met at a blogging conference. My very first, actually, Blogging While Brown. Shout outs to Gina, which is another conference that could come back to. Right?
That was a good time. Oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah. So Blogging While Brown, which was amazing. We had a great time. And that was a great conference. We had a nice collective of Caribbean bloggers there. So we all got to hang out and take pictures and stuff. But, and actually right before I came, somebody had told me about you, and I can't remember who it was, but that's how I knew I'd heard of your name, because someone else had told me. And I was like, oh, and then I said, oh, she's here, So that was cool. But now that she's in Chicago, it's great, because we get to hang out and we get to have our matcha lattes with oat milk.
Yeah, she got me onto oat milk. It's good stuff. Yeah, definitely good
stuff. We get to have our matcha lattes with oat milk, and we are really accountability. Like, we're trying to make sure that we execute all the things that are in here, actually get done and out to you.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on, but we have a lot of projects. And actually at the end of this, we're going to make a huge announcement of her next project, which is really big. And I'm going to be participating too. So we're really excited. And so she'll have a little special for that at the end of this. But if anyone has questions, because I am seeing your comments, hello to Dawn, and hi Bam, and hi Alicia. So if you have comments, please make sure you type them. I will see them. And if you have questions, and actually Camila is here too. Camila is Jamaican. Camila's sister, Michaela, Michaela, I can't remember the name of her blog now. It just
Those
left.
styling vibes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I knew that. See, we're here. Okay. Yes, that's Camila is her sister. That's her sister.
Yes.
So,
The locket, the pink locket.
yes, because Camila does jewelry.
Yes. I have some of her jewelry. I'm not wearing it right now, but I have, yes, I have she has this necklace. It's amazing. It's very simple, but it's beautiful. It's like an envelope. And I have been wanting this. It was been on my gift guides for like 2 years. And I'm like, I need to gift it to myself. So I just got it this year and it is gorgeous.
Lovely, lovely. So Camila, there is a shout out to you as well. So I tell everyone that if there is something in your mind you want to do, that you can do it and you can live the life, my hashtag, live the life you deserve. You can actually live the life that you want to live. You do not have to be miserable. You don't have to have the Sunday night blues because you're miserable by going to work on Monday. So what is your philosophy on that?
I feel like your hashtag, your tagline is absolutely correct. You just have to know that you deserve it, because a lot of us have been told to keep your head down and just kind of follow along with what everybody else is doing, and you're doing too much. I mean, I've been told you're doing too much, but you're doing too much, you're doing too many things, you're being pulled in too many directions. And as long as you're confident in what you deserve in your life, you can do it. You can do it. You can move on from, all right, I know what I deserve. And then you go on to, now, exactly how am I going to get it? What are the things that I love doing that will lead me back to the life that I deserve? So that's basically my philosophy on that.
And also, I forgot to mention that she was on an episode of Life Class with my favorite person, as you see, Miss Winfrey. I figured while I was doing an Oprah thing, I would wear my Oprah jogging suit today. And since I have no place,
give me no jogging suit. I want a jogging suit.
I have no place to go. I was like, look, Eva got all dressed up. I was like, well, we're gonna throw on this Oprah jogging suit and make it happen. So I think people people don't realize that it's so many resources out there. The two of us have really figured it out, but there's so many resources out there for every single thing you want to do. And you really do need, I do believe you do need a tribe. You need people that believe that you can actually do what you want to do. And the people that don't believe, you probably you don't need to get rid of them, but you probably need to quit telling them.
Yes.
Because there are some people that don't have the ability to drown out the naysayers. And so the naysayers will come in and just kill their dreams.
Yes.
But you have to, you really have to drown them out and just keep plugging away and then quit telling them. Just don't tell anybody. Just, tell the ones that are going to push you forward and that are going to assist you in getting there.
Yes.
Somebody agrees with us, and she's putting hands up. Dawn, Dee's roti.
Oh, sorry. Ooh. You have no idea how upset I am that I did not order before the lockdown. Like, what? I think I posted in the group when I finished my pastels, like on day 2 of the lockdown. I was like, I am a mess. How could I eat them now? But hello.
Dawn makes Dee's roti, makes fabulous Trinidadian food.
Oh.
And she sells it. And so we have both been on the receiving end, and it is amazing. And so that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys need to really reach out to whomever and figure it out. My whole thing is don't recreate the wheel. So if somebody is doing something you want to do, like Eva's written a book and she knows that my book will get written. So she's helping me to get there. You have to find someone that has gotten there and then have them help you. Or if they can't directly help you, watch what they did from afar. The internet is amazing, and it's just so amazing what you can get done via the internet. Like me and Eva meet every week at my office. And since we are both social distancing, now we meet via Zoom because, you can't go anywhere. So But it's important that we check in so that we make sure that all of these crazy things that we want to get done.
Yeah.
And so if you can find a person that will help you to do that, it is amazing. I know some of the people watching, I know them personally, and I know they have people. And so that is the best thing ever, to make sure you have someone that is going to help you to make certain that you stay on top of things and you don't get mad at them when they yell at you, like, why haven't you done this? And then it's also really great when they have skills that you don't have. Like, she can edit stuff really great. I'm not the best editor, but then live streaming is my thing. So I was like, okay, this is what we use and this is how you do it, and use this. So, we have some ways. And then also, because I am obviously been here a long time and she's new to the city, we were able to get her daughter some press, because that's what I do, right? So you need to make sure that you have people on your team. And it doesn't even have to be, I won't say team, because I don't want you to think that these are people that we're paying, just friends that will encourage you and keep you going. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you do not want to get to the pearly gates and be like, oh my God, I didn't get anything done. So you want to live the life you deserve. And everyone deserves to live an abundant life. If you didn't see the episode of the Ask Dr. Renee Show with Lisa Nichols, and we talked about her book, Abundance Now. But everyone deserves to live an abundant life. So we get hit with this crazy pandemic.
Yes.
And everyone is stuck in the house. So how are you and your family handling it? So you have 2 teens and your husband. So how are you all handling that?
Well, my husband's working from home. So there's a lot of conference calls in the kitchen. So, at any point in the day, you're hearing, hey, Jim, how you doing? And I'm looking around like, Jim, I mean, because he's got kind of a big voice. And when we moved into an apartment, which is a smaller place. So the conference calls can be jarring sometimes, because he's like out here laughing to himself and just, oh my gosh, that is insane. Like, what do you do? And oftentimes I come out like, what? He's like, no, not you. I'm talking to the, like, okay. So that's been interesting. The kids, again, are used to homeschooling. They're slightly disappointed that they're doing it again, but they get their work via email and Google Classroom, however the teachers are sending it to them, and they do it. There's a lot more screen time than they're used to, because you have not only the screen time that they have to get their work done, but they can't go outside. So
There's only so much you can do.
Right. I can't say, hey, why don't we walk to the coffee shop? Well, not we, because I'm not going, but like walk with the husband to the coffee shop, or, walk to the lake or something like that. It's like, so can we watch TV? And I'm going, you've been staring at that screen all day, but what can you say other than read a book? And they do that for a few minutes and they're like, okay, can we play a game? Can we talk to our friends? So they spend a lot of time FaceTiming with their friends, and they've downloaded TikTok, something that I don't know anything about, but they've downloaded TikTok.
News alert, did you see my text?
Look,
I posted my first TikTok video last night. That's been one of my goals that she's been, we've been working on that for months. So that was a huge accomplishment.
See, I have to look. I gotta look and see how you did. But these kids they adopt things so quickly. I was thinking, oh, they'll be learning how to do this for a couple of weeks and then they'll post a TikTok. No. My son, he never really posts anything. He just kind of has 500 drafts. He might be like his mom, I don't know, but he has a bunch of drafts. And he says, hey, look at this. He disappears out the frame, comes back in the other side, comes up from the bottom. I'm like, you just like, the download is still fresh. How are you figuring this stuff out? But kids today have figured out how to entertain themselves, and they're, staying up a lot later, waking up a lot later because their clocks are all off, but they're getting it done.
So how do you practice self-care when you have 3 other people in the home and limited space?
The only thing I can guarantee the only thing I can guarantee right now is that I will attempt to shower, because that is one thing you cannot avoid when you are in close quarters with people. Yeah, you can't socially distance inside of the house. And, I mean, I know I complain. I'll be like, you went past me and I still know it. I still, you got to go, do something, because they're still, Eden still works out. She has gymnastics still, and they do that by Zoom. And she does her regular workouts in the mornings if she's up on time. And then she also works out during the evenings and stretches and things like that. And spandex does not keep, that's not something you can keep teenage stuff. So you got to get in the tub, the shower. So we all practice self-care by washing ourselves. That's it. And then care for others by keeping clean. That's what we do.
So, so we did the video about questions that the kids have had about coronavirus, but what if the children asked you about it? Because I mean, they are teenagers, but still, and I know that because they are very social, I'm sure they've seen and heard, and I'm sure they haven't sat through the press conferences because hell, I'm 40 something and I haven't. But,
yeah.
But I'm sure they've seen and heard. What do they think?
Well, they get their updates. They are a little alarmed by the numbers as quickly as they're moving. And, I have to remind them, these are people who were probably infected already. It's not that all of a sudden there are this many new cases. It's that many people who have gotten tested. So it's not like one day you had 15 people, the next day you have 2,000. It's that they now have 2,000 tests. You probably had 2,000 yesterday. So I'm explaining that to them. But the good thing is the school is well, they go to two different schools, but they're incorporating that into their biology lessons. They're incorporating it. Yeah, it's amazing. So a lot of times we'll be talking about things and my son will be like, oh, I already know how that works. I already know what this does. And then he'll ask me a question that is way beyond what I can find on CNN. And I'm like, dude, I hope that the Google safe search is on, get to it. I don't have a clue what you're asking me. So they've been very good about that. My daughter's school, they incorporated into the current events. So they all kind of have their own, they have something other than me. That was one thing that they had to learn coming out of homeschool, is that you can learn from somebody other than your mom or your, close family or tutors. So they had to learn that you can get information, not just online, but from different people and get different people's perspectives. So they're kind of getting their information from everywhere and validating it with us.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. I know a lot of children are like, they don't understand and they're very, my friend posted about her poor 2-year-old who just was acting all out of sorts because she probably does not have any idea of understanding, but she goes to school. And so now she can't go to school. She hasn't seen her friends in weeks. And so she just doesn't understand what's going on. And it is crazy, for lack of a better term.
It's wild.
But I'm glad that your children are not like some of these children. They understand social distancing.
Yeah, mine are not going outside.
Yes. And I saw Eden's videos last night. She did videos saying stay home saves lives. So our mayor would love her too, Mayor Lightfoot, as she is perpetuating exactly the hashtag stay home saves lives.
Yes.
So that's good, because there are, unfortunately, you hear about children congregating over here and there, and it's like, where are the parents? And why, in God's name, have they not done something with their children?
I'm just like, But did you see there was a guy, his son, he tried to tell him, do not go to spring break in Texas. You need to come home. Do not go to spring break in Texas. And his child refused to listen. So this child pulls up at the house and he's like, you can't come in here. You got to go back where you came from. I was like, like, I told you not to do that. You've got your grandmother here. You've got immunocompromised people here. I have put gas in your car and there is money in the glove box. You can go now. And he had to go back to his apartment. Yeah. They're not playing games out here.
Well, and I appreciate it. I keep telling everyone a lot of it is not so much for you, it's for the other people that you'll encounter.
That's right.
If we could just hunker down
Yeah.
for these few weeks, then we might have a summer. But if we
That's
can't hunker down for these few weeks, the few weeks are going to get longer and longer and longer. I mean, April 30th is already a long time for someone who's already sat here by herself for 3 weeks. This is going to be a long time.
And it's so funny. People are like, oh, like people who are single are like, I've been alone for 2 weeks. And I'm like, I've been with people right next to me for 2 weeks. They're looking at me and they eat all the time.
All the time.
They just want food and to talk to me all the time. So we are all in the struggle, and yes, I would appreciate it if these people would stay in their homes. I want to go outside. I would like a matcha. I thought I had the matcha tea. I had sipping chocolate because the can looks similar. I didn't have it. I put oat milk in the Lipton. I did.
I got this from Amazon, and I'm trying to remember, when did I get it? It seems like I got it since I've been sitting here. I think so. No, I really do. Or else it was at the very beginning. So Amazon is running out of a lot of things, in case you haven't noticed.
Yes.
And so,
yeah.
So, these rotis said separate rooms.
My kids do not believe in separate rooms. Listen, okay, if y'all are in the Socamom group, listen, I am going to post the text I got this morning. I scrolled for about 10 seconds of mommy, 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 just text. I'm like, I am in the what? I'm in the house. What? At the end of that, I said, what? She says, what time is gymnastics? I need you all to pray. If you are praying people, I need you to pray for me, if you can do that.
Now, do they help with the cooking?
They help. Okay, so I have one pasta addict. He's always good for boiling the pasta. After that, he's leaving the kitchen. My daughter will make breakfast. She's a breakfast person if she gets up early enough. So, they're survivors. I'll give them that, because they definitely will. If I'm not moving fast enough, they will come up with something. And they know, don't make something just for you. Emergency survival kit or what? Not just for you. If you're going to make food, don't make a piece of toast and go in your room. You have to make something for everybody. So get your mind together and count out 4 servings, or I will eat yours and leave you there with all your labor. I am that person. We don't do selfish in this house. No.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad that your family, everyone is handling this well. Unfortunately, we have people having all sorts of mental health issues and breakdowns because they just can't understand. And I'm glad you all are following the guidelines that have been given, because Lord knows we're struggling.
I want to get out and experience Chicago in the summer too. Now, listen, I've been telling everybody about Silver Room Block Party and all of these things that I want to do that. There are trade-offs when you live in a cold place, and summer is that thing. So please go back in your house. If you are going out today, go home when you're finished. Please. I'd like to go outside.
Yes. And wash your hands.
Yes.
And like we said, Eden has a very fabulous video that's on her page, on my channel, on her channel, and it shows you why washing your hands is so powerful. Because I think people didn't believe the doctors when they said, wash your hands. But this video shows it so well that you'll understand why soap and water is the best thing for us.
And thank you for the idea for that, by the way. That was really, really neat. Like, it's a really quick way for them to learn, don't be disgusting. Please wash your hands. And I think that it helps them remember it. It's like maybe 15 seconds, and it's enough to help them remember.
Yes. One of my favorite 10-year-old, she texted me yesterday after I texted the video, and she said, I saw this on the internet. I said, you did?
What?
I forgot to tell you. I was so excited. And she said, and I said,
wow.
Oh. I said, well, did you learn something from it? She said, yes, it was good information.
10. Yes, it was good information.
So then I said, well, I hope that you've been washing your hands. She said, oh, yes, I wash my hands every 5 minutes. Now, mind you, this little girl, I've seen her at 2 years old washing her hands like she was about to perform surgery.
I'm good.
Yeah, she turned to you like, can you help me, please? I was like,
I think that's one of my favorite
washes
things.
their hands like this. I mean, I really thought the girl was going to the operating room. I said, oh, she's ready to be a doctor.
There is nothing better to me than watching little toddlers wash their hands, because they're so serious. And then you're like, you know what, though? When you hit 17, we're going to have to tell you this again. Because, I mean, they'll be in there. They're spending time. They get extra pumps of soap. Like, they go off.
They love it. They love it.
And you're like, aw, that's so sweet. That's not going to last, but that's nice. We got to tell you again.
Right. But yes, definitely check out the video. It's really great. So please, the big announcement, I shared it to your group. So we should be in the group now anyway.
Okay.
Yes.
So
the big announcement is here.
It is time. So not too many people knew that last year, at the end of the year, I was working with another group member, Tanya. She's an amazing event planner, worked with some really great brands, and she had agreed to work with us on the Socamom Summit 2020. We had picked a wonderful sunny location. Not going to tell you where because we might use it again, but a beautiful sunny location. Had identified some speakers that I was interested in, and things were rolling. So then life happened to me. Won't go into all of that, but it threw me for a bit of a loop. And I said, you know what? I'm going to step back from this a little bit. We will postpone, and I'll do small group get-togethers, right? Okay. About a week later, the world exploded, and I was left with a lot of plans for the small group and for the eventual larger summit. And I'm like, you know what? Same thing that Renee was saying earlier. You don't want to leave this planet and not have done all of the things, or at least most of the things that were sitting on your heart. And the Socamom Summit was very, very important to me. So I pulled out the list and I said, you know what? I see everybody on Zoom right now. Everybody is able to, they're looking for connection. The same way that we would have loved to have that connection in person, we can have a semblance of that online. I'm still going to do this. So pulled out my speakers list and said, you know what? I'm just going to just tell them what I have been working on and what I've been thinking and how everything went down. And like she was saying, you have a tribe, you have a community, and in a matter of hours, probably half of the speaker roster was complete. And in a day or two, we've got an impressive lineup of people who cannot wait to share with you. It would have been great if they could have shared with you in person, but they've got such wonderful personalities and a lot of expertise, and it's, going to still be a great meeting online. People who want to talk to you about fitness, doctors from all over. I mean, it's really, really great, and I'm very excited. I had to get dressed up today. I'm going to tell you why, because I went to sleep at probably, I want to say about 6. And I remembered I had to get up and talk to Renee this morning. But it wasn't all work. A lot of it is just sitting in awe of the support that I have gotten to get this done and to share this with the Socamom community and with the larger community, because it's not just Caribbean people that can benefit from this information. It's everybody, but it's just through our Caribbean lens. So I'm just really, really excited. It's going to be on April 10th and 11th. We have that many speakers that want to talk to you that it has to be over 2 days. So it's going to be really great. There is no cost. The speakers have given their time to, share with you, and I'm just really, really excited that it's happening. I don't mind losing sleep because it's gonna be really, really great.
Yes, and I'm so excited to be participating.
Yes.
So everyone that participates in it are actually people from different islands. We all represent someplace else, and then we are all coming together for the Socamom Summit. So it's going to be really great, and I hope that everyone watching will sign up to attend. Like you said, you don't even have to leave your living room.
You don't have to go anywhere. You can put on your bathing suit if you want to, as if we had gone somewhere. You can. I mean, you can do it, but you don't have to. And everything will be, so you all are the first to hear. To find out where you can register, because you are going to need to register, we actually have virtual swag bags, because what conference? It's not a conference without stuff. So we have virtual swag bags coming. We have a virtual vendor hall coming. And I want to make sure that everybody knows when that happens. So go to socamom.com. You'll look up at the top menu and it'll have Socamom Summit 2020. And you click on that and you join the mailing list. And very, very shortly, you will get everything that you need to participate.
So the power of technology, I just put the link in and it just went to Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yes, yes, yes. And so I'm very confident about the streaming technology that we're going to use. Like Renee said earlier, you have to have people around you. Like, I know how to do a lot of things. I know how to do a ton of things, but you can't be a master of everything. So she has taught me so much about streaming and different services and things that you can do. So I want you to make sure that you are, even if you're watching and not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, because she's got some stuff coming too.
We work
Help
on
you
it.
live the life you deserve and have zero excuses for not doing all the things that are on your heart.
No, I'm getting them all done. And I thank you guys again for everyone that has been watching my YouTube channel. I've sent out millions of text messages. I've done several videos to please, I need the viewing minutes. You guys were up to 1077, so 1,077 hours in the last 365 days. So the beginning of March, I started at about, I think, 400 hours. So this is pretty good. And actually it tells you my average for 28 days was only like 55 hours. And so we are up to 400 and something for 28 days. So you guys, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. My viewers, the views on my channel have went up to 2,000 and something in the last 28 days. Wow. It was only at less like 300 or 400 views. So thank you so much. And I will keep bringing great content like this. So tomorrow we have Shanti Das of Silence the Shame. I tell everybody she's my big sister, and she is the one that brought Outkast to the masses. She was a part of that marketing team with LaFace. And you've probably seen her on a couple of the Outkast documentaries too, actually. And she, Silence the Shame is the silence of shame against mental health. I think the time like this is perfect for that. She also, if you guys go to IG Live, Shanti Das 404, she is doing Yay Wellness check-ins every day with different celebrities. Yesterday, she had Shanice and Flex. Monday, she had Dondre Whitfield. In case you all don't know, that was Robert on The Cosby Show. Last week, she had Charlamagne Tha God. She had Cynthia Bailey. She had June Ambrose. So definitely check her out. But she will be here tomorrow, same time, same place. So I hope everyone will come back and join us. And of course, Friday, we'll bring, once again, another coronavirus update. I just saw today that Virginia is now in lockdown as well. Why the country can't just do this collectively, I don't know. But Maryland, I think, was announced
Somebody talk
Monday,
to
and now
Atlanta.
Virginia has been locked down. So we're all
Talk to
slowly
Georgia,
getting on
please.
board. Yeah, in case you didn't see in the paths and the parks in Atlanta were full of people this past weekend, which of course they were not social distancing because it was just too many people. There was no way they could have 6 feet apart. So we definitely need to get Atlanta on board so that we can, and I think that they said, I think that the mayor is about to, I think, lock it down.
I really hope so.
Mayor Lightfoot locked us down and closed off all our parks in Lakefront. But she did what she had to do. I actually have her PSAs, which are hilarious. I have those on my YouTube channel too, if you want to watch those. So those were pretty funny. But any parting words to help people to please live the life they deserve? Because I know that that's what you're doing. You make, like, we all have these, me and her, we have these checklists of things that have to get done in our lifetime, and we are just checking them off. So we want everyone else to do the same. What are some parting words you have for our audience?
I would say, don't wait. Because
Amen.
you never know. I'm not saying to jump into something that you don't feel comfortable doing. Don't jump into something that you're unprepared for. But a lot of us are prepared for the things that we are avoiding. Like my second book is out now, and it took me 6 years. It's ridiculous that it would take me 6 years to do something like that, you know? So don't wait. And it's not that I wasn't prepared, because I had done it before. It wasn't that, you know, I didn't have the resources that I needed, because they were there. So just don't wait. If you have the resources, you have the support, and you have the this training that you need to do what you need to do, don't sit there and watch Tiger King. Don't do that. I mean, you could put it to the side. You can have it on while you work, but do what you feel, what you have on your heart. Don't, because somebody did what they had on their heart on every show on Netflix. Just think about that. You scroll and you are searching for something to watch, something to consume. Well, there were people who were trying their best to create, right? And so rather than just sit there scrolling, just keep that in your mind. All these people did what was in their hearts and minds, all of those people. So please go out and do what's on yours.
Exactly. This is not a dress rehearsal. You only have one life to live. And when else, God willing, we don't have to go through this again. When else will you have time to just sit and be still? There's nothing on your calendar because everything's been canceled.
That's right.
And I understand some of you have to work from home and you have to homeschool as well, but you still have a whole lot of extra time that you didn't have before.
That commute.
I'm saying that because your whole commute is gone.
Commute is gone. Mm-hmm.
And every event that you ever had to go to is gone. So there's still time in there that you have that you could do whatever it is you want to do. If you have to wake up early to get it done because you got to wake up before the children, do that. I had a friend that wrote a book. She had to get up every morning at 4 something in the morning because that was the time she had to herself, and she could write. So if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. And use your community. I have posted more than once. I don't know that I'll post a third time, but I've posted more than once. If I can help you, let me know. And no one said anything. The other day, one person said something while Paul was doing his live stream about what to do during this time. And so she'll get some help, but no one has said anything. So there's a whole lot of things, like she said, that I know how to do. And then the things I don't know how to do, I know someone can get them done because that's how I get everything done because I know somebody.
That's how we found people for that.
What'd you say?
That's how I got people for my daughter's platform. She has such an odd platform for a 14-year-old girl. And I said, you know what, let me just ask. Because I had called, I'm gonna tell you this before you throw me off. I had gone and asked the media relations at the hospitals. I had reached out to several of my networks, and I said, you know what, let me just ask. Because everyone else was like, girl, that's dumb. That doesn't exist. That's not a thing. And I know one, and I don't want to see her on the camera. I was like, oh, okay. So I said, let me just send this text real quick and see what happens. Next thing you know, she has found because it's having a man sit next to a 14-year-old girl and talk about his prostate. It's probably not the visual that you want to get the message out there without having people, wall sliding and falling under the table. But Renee was able to find a young Black woman urologist that I was told that didn't exist. So check with your network. They might know some things. You might know them as the person you play spades with, but they really might have some amazing resources. So, it's a testimony.
And there's so many resources. There's so many resources out there. Everything does not cost $1 million. You just might think that, you might think that my, I don't know, something I post. As a matter of fact, the thumbnail for this video, you might think it cost me, I paid some graphic designer $30, $40. No, I didn't. And so there are so many resources out there that you can use. There's free websites there, and then there's tutorials on them on YouTube. I mean, when I tell you Google is your best friend, Google is your best friend. Because if you ask me to do it, I'm gonna charge you. Because if I have to go searching, I have to charge you for my time.
Yeah.
When I know that you could have just typed it into Google and found it. So
yep.
Trust and believe that whatever it is you're trying to do, I'm telling you, someone has already done it, and you can probably go online and watch the whole trajectory of how they did it and how they succeeded at it. So that is that. And thank you so much. Please go ahead.
It's very important before you ask to do a little bit of homework. Please do not walk up to somebody or type.
Amen.
Well, walk up to nobody now, but don't type when your fingers start off and you can't list anything you've done on your own behalf. It's going to be very difficult for people to pour into you. So if you can, please try on your own first, because it's an indication of how much effort you're going to put in going forward. No one wants to, give all of the information to you and then you don't do anything with it. We want to see you succeed. So before you ask, please Google. Please do. That's going to be important.
Yes, definitely. So please follow her on all her social media. Please tell everyone where to find you and how to support you.
Okay, on Instagram, I'm Socamom. That's the easy one. I used to live in DC, so my Twitter is Socamom DC. Socamom was not available. I tried. On LinkedIn, it's Socamom. On Facebook, Socamom.com, spelled out. On YouTube, you can either type in youtube.com/Eva Wilson. That's an easy one to remember. Or Socamom USA. Either one of those would work.
Awesome sauce. So everyone, please go check her out. If you have a child, the book is great. I've received the book. I purchased the book myself. And so check out the book. And then the second book, I haven't checked that one out yet. That's happened since we've been social distancing. So
yeah. A lot goes on.
Yeah, a lot happens. Yes. So as I've already said a million times, please make certain that you come out different than you went into this wonderful situation we're in. Just make sure you do something with this time. I mean, it could be the smallest thing as amending a friendship, with a family member, or a friend or whatever, but it could be something as big as writing a book or, writing that script or whatever. It could be anything, but just make sure you come out a better person. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow at the same time, same place. I probably will go on. I probably will go online again today. I will go live, but thank you so much, everyone, and have a great, fabulous day. A wonderful Wednesday.
Thank you for having me, Renee. Bye.
Thank you so much.